Скажите, какая хуйня вот постоянно происходит, что уже какое обновление, я не могу с самого начала прям вот сразу же побежать и делать основное задание. Что в моей жизни пошло не так? Постоянно реально какая-то хрень непонятная. А? Самое главное, что я все-таки дошел. Окей. Слишком больше для кого? Вроде знакомы не так давно, а она о нас волнуется. Это так мило. Или не о нас? Окей, окей. Вот, чел. Привет. Окей, вступайте в отряд пустынников. Ну, я в гильдии искателей приключений так-то. Нет. Иногда даже дают рыбу и мясо. М-м-м. М-м-м. Мгм. Ладно, потом попозже. Сейчас мы немножко заняты. Папа. Привет. Чё, кого порешаем?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready?
Угу.
Very well.
Только что начинать-то? Просто обсуждать? А мне можно план узнать?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me impressed.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk.
Понятно. Узнаем в ходе выполнения. Хули.
You're finally done. I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions,
Ну, хрен его знает, мы в нем не участвовали.
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. To be honest, I feel the same.
Оки-доки.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Наверное.
I'm very glad I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, you're welcome. Good luck.
Оки-доки. Вот такая милашка. Эй, там, привет. Ты где там? Ниже, в смысле, вот так ниже? Ой, блять. Ой, ебать, нашла штуку. Вы не видели, что я еще не забрала фею, потому что я еще не следовала суммеру.
Sounds good. I'll go make some prep.
Okay.
Угу. Угу.
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Ну, типа.
Yeah. Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did.
А можно
But I
будет у
think
него
my point
отобрать
also
вот эту
bears
вот
repeating.
накидочку? Пожалуйста. Блять, у него
Our
класс
plan is not
погон,
child's
накидки,
play. We
ладно.
won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must... I hope this is clear to you.
Ага. Вот у него игрушечки играете, блять.
Careful to boost.
А когда мы играем в игрушечки?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Да.
Speaking of
Ага.
the front lines,
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar.
Ладно.
But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
well, being a scholar is also a...
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential.
This guy.
Логично. Для никого мерить по одной
Still
мерке, ну
remembers when
так-то.
those mercenaries...
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. I'll take
Вот
that as
знай
a
себе цену.
compliment. That reminds me.
Ну,
Do you
типа, как
remember
будто
the
мы
record
все
we
не
saw in
знали
the
этого,
King
ну да.
Deshret ruins? It mentioned you have a good forbidden knowledge has the power
Конечно,
to
я
drive people
помню.
insane.
Я слишком
But this
хорошо
fact
все это
has never been
запомнила.
shared with the public. Even I think those mad scholars and but the
Ну,
academia
логично
has
было
always
бы
held a different view.
предположить.
They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of come to think of it. Perhaps the academia has also never the withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the... At least, that's what... Wait a second.
you've connected the dots.
Мгм.
If that's the case, what...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on this
Where are we going?
to an Aramite base.
О, у меня там хотя бы телепорт есть. Это хорошо. Так, а вообще мне интересно, это типа о том, что малая властительница Кусунали есть рук Хадевата не догадались еще, или что? Хотя вроде все прозрачно и прозаично и понятно.
Oh, you made it.
What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
Угу.
How's the work going?
О, те штуки,
Ah,
которые мы
yes.
нашли.
We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the other...
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extract?
Мгм.
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge?
Да, почему что-то опасное? Может быть
What's
и
that
нет.
look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared, but very...
That's an interesting response.
Ебать, сундук.
Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew
Ну,
up in the
логично, тут
past.
везде сундуки
The
у меня.
academia should also have their own
Когда-нибудь я
copy.
все-таки...
And according to Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you
Ага.
believe we can
Чем,
save
что,
Lesser
кого?
Lord Kusanali?
Конечно, обязательно, да.
Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction in...
Yes,
Веру.
Paimon is still...
I understand, but trust me, Paimon.
Чё, давайте
this is
надежду,
something we
любовь
have to do,
позовем, блядь.
because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this.
Ладно, есть
We have
такое.
orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything went without a hitch. And now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud.
Ну, а нам можно эти слова?
It's done.
Блять, опять нихуя
Is your
непонятно.
head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effect.
What was the point?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used.
Понял.
What do you mean?
Ну, логично вполне, что если из нас извлекают что-то, что это для кого-то другого.
Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. After all that, a slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can...
But
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very...
things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, that's enough. I'm going to take those
Это
two
ж
to work
правда
on some small
интересно.
projects. You can...
Small project?
We're going to
Да
tinker
что
with the Akasha
тебе
terminal and...
Ладно. Я так понимаю, ну, уверенность во всем этом теперь всем в голову положит. Ладно. Ладно. Теперь сюда. Ой-ой-ой, что-то грандиозное грядет, нас подготавливают, но при этом ничего прямо не говорят. Нечестно. Я хочу понимать и знать, что тут происходит.
I thought we agreed on a plan,
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
but it's still the best plan we have. Is a...
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called
Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you
Тайна, ты
help me
пойдешь
persuade
за ты или
Sino?
против, мне
He's
без
turned against
разницы.
our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment. Had I known all Hatham would give you those...
Look, you already know that we're all on...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make...
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon. Ramon's
Что?
plan is to have me work with the caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra.
Wait, how can we work with...
We can't get through that wall easily, remember?
Мгм.
Caravan Reebok, my plan will clear us of any possible suspicion.
That also sounds like something all
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous...
Of course he
Конечно,
does.
знает.
He told me. There is no perfect plan. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, I never blindly trust anyone. And I've always had a good eye for...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't
Да, они
guarantee that
иногда
kind of
бывают
discipline from the
фанатичные.
guards to make the whole thing more convincing. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies.
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can...
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I
Ну,
know.
конечно, мы поможем.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce...
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory.
Охуенно.
So please, lend us your
А
support.
что это за
We
блядство?
will show you the determination of us desert
Почему
dwellers.
все размылось? Блядь, я, конечно, понимаю, что тут шакал стоит, но не надо мне из-за этого все шакалить, блядь.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon.
Ай, милашка такой.
Okay, you have a deal.
Да, мне все милашки. Ну, я думаю, ни для
The
кого это
guards
не
should be
секрет.
stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Ой, точно. Не права. Ну, за блядство. Ай, блядь, точно. Кстати, если его вообще отключить, хуйня будет. Там жопа такая. Ладно. Охуй. Еще более хуже, чем шакальное шакальничество. Ой, выше они, да? Выше где, в смысле? Выше там, типа, тут? Всего лишь здесь. А здесь стражники? Мне почему-то просто казалось, что здесь это, пустынники должны быть. Здесь стражники. Ладно. Я еще не совсем изучила всю эту инфраструктуру. А может быть, и отключить сглаживание, попробовать.
General Mahamatra, to what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation.
Требует 1000
I'm going
гемов,
to
не
arrest a
меньше.
large criminal gang near this location. According to
Of course. Mahamatra signs. But who exactly are you planning to arrest and how many?
they're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akhmar in Port Ormos.
As many as Ain al-Akhmar.
Mm-hmm.
This should
And I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work.
А, блядь, так он был нерешительный, да? Типа, когда он просто такой... Блядь, рассказывайте нахуй. И просто стоит, угрожает им копьем. Нерешительность, да?
Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the academia? Even if that guard doesn't know, they're
We discussed this, remember?
The caravan rebot operation is of great importance.
Мы, блядь,
Don't
Паймон,
worry.
судя по
The
всему,
guards
который
there
ничего не
shouldn't
знает и
know
ничего не
that Sino has
помнит.
stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the academia's god creation plan. If no matter how you look at it, they don't.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to
Это
worry.
страшно, блядь,
If you
они...
remember, when you
Вот что на
first came to
свете.
Aru village, all your actions and routes were predicted
Могут
by the
узнать.
Akasha. It even gave that info, but
Ну,
things like that never happened again.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your...
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a
с
person?
наибольшей вероятностью лишь.
Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
А если занести во эти данные какую-либо неожиданную, новую и незнакомую информацию,
Because
все
the Akasha
планы
controls the
полетят.
entirety of...
The academia firmly believes that all human actions
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone...
Да
truly be
нихуя!
considered
Поверьте
logical at all
мне,
times?
блядь, человеку, который зачастую пытается понять, чем руководился тот или иной человек в своей жизни. Нихуя, блядь! Да люди не живут вообще логикой.
Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be
Чай,
equally
поставки прилип.
intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principle. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, You've
С другой
joined a team.
стороны, как раз таки логичность может, логичность Хайтама, получается, выводит их из этой всей петли. Потому что если ты своим умом доходишь до того, что за тобой наблюдают, сделаешь логичные выводы, ты можешь также логично прийти к тому, как именно за тобой наблюдают и что примерно нужно сделать, чтобы не наблюдали. Но с другой стороны, если все твои действия подобные будут продиктованы логикой, да, то, что ты сам догадаешься и сам примерно примешь какие-то решения о том, что логично, примешь решение о том, что нужно что-то делать для того, чтобы за тобой не следили, это все равно будет результатом логических мышлений. Значит, все равно за тобой будут следить, потому что должны предугадать то, что ты можешь выкинуть нечто неожиданное. Но с другой стороны, насколько неожиданное, насколько... Блять, интересный вопрос.
Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become the Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions. So, in my opinion...
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha...
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped.
Но не какой-нибудь скоромуш.
So glad that
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be
Construct.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And,
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I meant?
it seems to be a dire
А
situation.
потом реально
so
как
of course
окажется,
you will
что
have
она
our full
поймана, это
cooperation.
какая-нибудь богиня
To be perfectly
Селестии, и
honest,
все
always longed
пиздить.
to go on a mission with someone
Весело
as
буду
well-known
вспоминать
as
такие
yourself.
моменты. Охуенно весело.
There's no need for flattery.
Мгм.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
In 2 days, we will engage Ramon. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Люксембардо, господи, имя, конечно, у него топчик просто.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. Get ready.
Мне нужно будет ждать теперь, да, 2 дня? Так, попробовать выключить. Ну, мне кажется, это будет полная жесть. Через 2 дня.
It's time for the operation. Let's go meet Sino in the desert.
Даже не знаю, конечно, стало как-то пиксельновато, угловато, но даже не знаю, что лучше пока что еще. Все-таки у меня начала мышка пролагивать, да? Классно. Нет.
Look, over there. Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Блять, глазам,
Wait a
конечно,
moment.
больно. Они режутся от этой резкости.
It's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
Но зато ничего не исчезает.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, they are our only leads for the case.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Оки-доки.
Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Господи, нет, я включу все-таки обратно скваживание, пускай лучше текстуры пропадают.
Ramon, the academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
Who are you supposed to be? A matra from the academia?
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day. Brothers! For that slut...
Вообще, надо, наверное, поставить нормальный отзряд.
Let me scry.
One with nature.
То я как это... Я думаю, мне не пригодится дендра. Мы бегаем в основном по пустынному сумеру. Пустынной части. Ой. Привычка. Привыкла на маленьком аккаунте Знари постоянно бегать. Давайте, все, последнее. А. Вы такие, ладно. Отпиздили.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in...
Ah, you pitiful dendro!
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Deshret will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Ладно.
Restrain them and take them back to caravan.
Yes, sir!
Я думаю, Сэн давно хотел ему пиздануть просто за то, что он вообще втянул его в эту опасную авантюру.
Mahamatra Sino. I will now take my leave.
Understood. You are dismissed.
Вернее, втянулся. И втянул всех.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
Ай-даки.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things went perfect.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the...
Yeah, you're the reason why everything...
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari?
Ну, он
I have a
поверит, я
very
думаю.
close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each... If we need help, Tainari is the best option.
Да.
Get ready for the next phase of the plan.